Hi, this is Jim Cramer putting on my TheStreet.com hat because we are part of what I think may be the most exciting ETF that's hit my desk. Speaking of excitement, we've got Dave Portnoy, who is involved with what's called BUZZ. That's a symbol, BUZZ, new era of investing. Dave, I got to tell you, I try every minute to figure out what the zeitgeist is. This is the zeitgeist index, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's doing its best to judge public sentiment. It's not, and a lot of people think it's just the Reddit stocks. It's really not. It's just overall public sentiment because there's smart people on social media, and it tries to use that to, I guess, get a better look into the future a little bit.
Now, I know they put out this kind of interesting release where they even have some guy saying, well, hold on, we can't have Portnoy involved. Portnoy's part of it. I mean, I'm trying to capture Portnoy. You have created, and you know I feel that way, and I say it on air, you are exciting and you are also combative in things that I think that people should be combative about. But what also you do is you have figured out what people care about. And this is an algorithmic way to be sure that we're right, correct?
I'd hope so. And what I've said about my involvement in this, and I've said it a couple times, I believe in it. They showed me the algorithm and how it worked and the stocks that were in it, the 75 stocks. And when I looked at it, because they developed this thing like 5 years ago, they're almost before their time. So it's been tracking. But when they showed me the stocks, I said, oh my God, these are the ones I've been talking about for the last year. If I could own 75 stocks, probably like 50 of them would have been in this list. So that's first and foremost. For me to put my name on it, I have to truly believe in it, and I have to believe in the people. So I did. Now, it's different. A lot of people confuse. This isn't something that is supposed to be wild returns. It's an ETF, which a lot of people are used to the pen stuff, but this is much of a long-term hold. And, I think it's a great way to build a little bit of a safer thing. I believe in the internet, Jim. I've spent 20 years in it. And I fully believe in its power. And I feel like some of the people on Wall Street like to poo-poo it, and they like to just, pretend like everyone's an idiot. But it's predictive, and I keep saying you adapt or die. I think this will be a new way to have a very well-performing ETF. Now, I will also say I've rang the bell twice in the history of my life. I rang the NASDAQ. It was the worst day in the history of the NASDAQ, if I recall, at that time. I rang the bell today, New York Stock Exchange. It's a bloodbath. So everyone's up my ear being like, what's going on with BUZZ? What do you mean what's going on? BUZZ is performing
Give me
great
5 days
compared to
notice
everything
next time
else.
you do it. It's incredible. Hey, but you know how you talk about the suits, guys don't like this. And I know 5 years ago it didn't work, but that was before social media. If the suits want to bet against you and bet against me, they can go buy puts on this thing. And just, if they really think the conventional wisdom of the new people, who actually I think are much smarter than they are, if they want to bet against it, you've got it. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
100%. And this is almost just a new way to crowdsource. There's far more people, there's far more information across the spectrum of the internet than a couple of people sitting in a room. Why is there information? These people are serious. There's serious people out there who do research, headlines, momentum, all of it. So, this is the next generation. Everything's getting digitized. The internet's taking over everything. This is a no-brainer. So when I saw it, somebody was going to do it, and obviously I'm a good face for it. Now, I will say, Jim, and I can't speak for the other partners, one of the things, I'm getting a little cut of the management fee. That's how I get paid. I won't take a dime if this thing doesn't make money. That, across the board, if I could change that, if you put a fund together, you shouldn't make money if your ETF or whatever it is doesn't make money. You shouldn't. So I'm not going to do that. But somebody was going to do it. The people who did it, and we partnered with VanEck, I put my faith in them. Doesn't mean we're going to be 100% right. I'm betting on it. I bought $2 million of it at the bill today.
Well, look,
I wish I didn't. I wish Merrill Lynch, and they won't let me. I don't know what Merrill Lynch is doing. Somebody wake them up and let them buy BUZZ.
But you're in. You're actually at this level because things getting killed today.
Listen, yes, I'm in. It's actually, the rest of my portfolio is far worse. The number one currency that I have is my credibility. And right. I don't put it on the line all that often. I did it with Penn. I did it with Churn. I did it with this. If I didn't believe in it, I'd never do it. It's not worth it. To make a couple bucks? I believe in it.
No, look, I've been recommending Penn ever you got involved. I was not recommending Penn before you got involved. The reason I got involved is that and said you should buy it is because I know there's absolutely no reason for you to put your name on something if you don't believe it. And I've seen
Exactly.
your success. And what's interesting about this is it has a 78% return versus the S&P 27. What I think this says, again, is the people are smarter. I know I wear a suit, Dave, but the people are smarter than the suits collectively. They are.
That's what I believe. And listen, if the market tanks and everything's bad, it'll lose, and I'd lose no matter what. But I don't think that's going to happen. So it is what it is. And also, I made this correlation. I'm being told this is the fastest selling first day ETF of all time.
Well, I have to tell you, I said this morning, I said this one, most of them I don't really care about because they seem to be put together. And, like everyone's talking about wind power. So there's a windmill ETF. Everyone's talking about how we have to go against the Chinese. Well, here's Chinese stocks. Go get this is you're my playground, so to speak. And I've been trying. I look at all my different ways to try to figure out what Yahoo Finance is saying, what TheStreet is saying, what's on Market Watch, and I can't. A human can't. And that's why, if it weren't algo, let's say it were really just a bunch of guys sitting in a room, I think you probably would not put your name on it.
No, I wouldn't be nearly as, because I wouldn't necessarily trust them. And like I said, my initial reaction when this idea was brought to me by somebody trusted, I said, I want to see the stocks that you have in it because I know it's existing. And again, it was bang, 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 bang. It was the exact stocks that we've been talking about puzzling. And the misconception is they're not these fly-by-night up, down. We're not looking for that. Like, we go look, there's blue chip stocks in here. There's smaller stocks. They're going to be 5 billion cap. So again, I think if that's what you're doing, if you're not trying to make 500% return in 10 minutes, I think it's a very good investment.
Now, but let me be sure. They do change it. They update it. So if GME does hit the cap, it gets hit, right?
The third Thursday
it's not like
of
they ban meme stocks.
Yes, correct. Yes, the third Thursday of every month.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Shoot, that's pretty regular. Okay, that's great. Now, let me ask you about just in terms of the tenor of the market. Do you think that a lot of the so-called merry men, the Robinhood guys, are getting blown out right now? Because a lot of their favorite stocks and a lot of the stocks that are on this BUZZ index are getting crushed right now. Are we going to lose people? Because I don't, neither you nor I want to lose people. We want people in, not out.
So the only thing I can say, and I have no idea it goes back a couple days when the stock market just got obliterated. The only stocks that were up were like GameStop and Cost, and that just made no sense to me. It's like, why is everything down except these handful of stocks? That to me, that just means there's stuff that's so far over my head, and I don't understand what's happening. And all of a sudden, at 358, it's all GameStop or whoever will go from up 2% to up 100. It's like, what's going on? Why isn't anyone telling me about that? So there is an element that I still feel, there's games being played that I'll never exactly know what's being played. But overall, you have bad days like this for sure, and there's been a bad week. I've been doing this now for a year. It's going to take a month of these bad days for me to start sweating like, oh, I'm getting back to even. So, it's a correction. I'd love it to go up every single day. I would prefer not to have a bloodbath when I launch an ETF, but those are the breaks.
Do you think the market's rigged?
I think parts of it. I think whatever was going on with the meme stocks and the hedge fund, there's stuff going on that people, I believe, are probably making a lot of money, and they knew they were going to make it money. And if you want to say the stock market should truly be on fundamentals and things like that, they were making it like they're at a casino. I do believe that, yes.
But do you think it's like the NBA ref scandal, or there's just a couple of refs that really did, or do you think it's bigger than that?
I definitely think I don't know if I'm going to say it's a rigged, but the house has the advantage. And the house is, the suits and the firms, and they're playing with a stacked deck. And I think everyone kind of knows that.
All right, well, look, I absolutely loved your Vlad versus you. It was great. It was good that Vlad showed up, too. I don't know the outfit. As long as you didn't have to see the hair. Because the hair was like, the hair on the Congress thing was like, he should wish he were bald. I found myself thinking, there's a guy who wishes he were bald. But he did show up. At the same time, would you use them after what happened?
No, I won't use them now. And I think I went into that interview and I got exposed a couple different points that I should have known about. But I think I went in thinking Vlad did stuff criminally, and I just think he was more incompetent. I think he should have known what was coming. I don't think they had enough money, obviously, but he has a point. If the whole firm collapses, then everyone gets screwed.
Right.
But I think his PR he never truly, I think, felt bad enough for his clients who lost a lot of money. It was always the firm first, the firm first. We raised this $3 billion tomorrow, almost like kind of taking credit in a weird way. And a lot of people like, I lost a ton of money, but I can afford to lose it. A lot of people can't. And they were regular people. And I don't feel like there was ever the contrition for that.
We wanted him to show trust to his people who work there, not trust and fealty to the institution. Look, the institution has to be preserved. It would have been terrible if it had fought. But the goal is to make the people who have decided you took trust of their money, and you gave no trust back, and that was the problem. I mean, maybe it is because of incompetence or whatever.
And they align because, like you said, you got to save the firm, because if not, the customer's gonna get hurt worst of all. But there was never that impression that's why you were saving the firm. It was a byproduct that the customers would be saved, but it was firm, and then like way down the list, oh, we got customers too. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah, it's a shame because he showed up and he could have gone another way. And I believe in my kids from Robinhood. They didn't leave. One of them went to this Square app, this Cash app at Square. Square bought this company today, a music company. Not sure about that. Anyway, look, I know you got a ton of things to do. I really wanted to do this interview because I think that for people who believe that all of the new people don't know anything, you've got Buzz and you can bet against it. I'm not betting against these people. These people research more. These people have Google. They know how to use this thing better than any of the older people. And I think you and I share the same thing, which is that you want to empower people. And then when you find that they're empowered, they're pretty good. They're not idiots. They're pretty damn good.
I agree with that. I think a lot of the people who follow me and why we had so many people, honestly, and it's kind of the Vlad, it's kind of Wall Street. You don't have to like me, but I'm being honest. Like you at least you're getting involved in somebody. You're going to have somebody who's going to die for what they're trying to do, and they are truly going to be straightforward and honest. And I think at this stage that resonates with a lot of people.
Oh, you bet it does. Well, look, anyway, the index is Buzz. Dave Portnoy endorses it, which to me means that he could have endorsed. There's guys want him to endorse everything, okay? The guy endorses nothing other than PennNat, which, by the way, there was a guy when it was at $20 was saying, there was like an analyst who hated you or something. Well, that didn't pay off because it went to 120. That guy was dead wrong. You don't bet against Portnoy because he doesn't make a lot of bets. Doesn't put his name out there unless he believes. And thank you for everything you're doing for small business, because most people say, I like to help small business. I'm going to help small business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go buy something in my American Express. That's not what you're doing. It's called hard cash.
We raised $36 million, helped over 300 businesses. I actually was out to dinner last night, Jim, and my waiter was one of your waiters from Brooklyn. He said he's moving back once you guys open back up.
Oh, you bet. Cinco de Mayo. How much money you raised? $36 million?
$36 million.
You should be very proud. You should be very proud. You should be very proud.
People need it.
All right, that's fabulous. Anyway, good luck today. The index is Buzz. Tell me when you're going to ring the bell next time. I'll go 100% sure.
No, I retired. I formally retired. I'm never doing it again.
Okay,
I'm out.
You're a good man. Thanks a lot for the time.